Should work. Did it work? Sweet. All right, well, it appears I'm live. Figured we're going to talk business today. If you have any questions about business, freelance, let me know. We can discuss it. Figured I'd answer some questions. We haven't done one of these in like a long time. So, the GOAT, dude, what up? Welcome aboard. Happy to have you. Hope you're doing swell. I sent you a corporate Kool-Aid design. Oh, really? Where? Gmail? To my email? Well, shout out to HR lady in the back. DJ, what up, dude? I'm only here for HR lady. How do I become a billionaire? You could just divorce Jeff Bezos, maybe. Dude, that seems like HR lady's right there. She's moderating chat. What up, Salam? Gmail. I'll type in corporate Kool-Aid. Oh, I see it. This is gonna get me sued. I can't do this. Look, this is a good design, but this is copyright infringement confirmed. Am I on docs?
I like it with the K though.
This is actually copyright infringement. I mean, it's a great design, but I can feel the subpoena in the mail already looking at that. Imagine putting that on. How extensive is your business course? It goes over everything that I do in my business. I just got my tax returns done yesterday. I renewed my business. There's a video on that, like walking you through how I do mine. Obviously, if you're in like the EU, it doesn't work. It doesn't apply. I mean, like the concepts apply, but like the exact legal entities are different there. The Paul, I'm good. How are you? Patrick, it sounds like a good plan. Do you know how to code? I have wrote 3 codes in my life. How do I get my business out there? You can pay for marketing or you can build a brand, but basically marketing is what it comes down to. Building a brand is the slow and tedious way of marketing, and paid marketing is just ads. I've been approached by 2 clients. I don't know how to engage with them. They engage with you, man. Just respond. Be like, how can I provide value to you? Quit my corporate job making $800 a week as an insurance adjuster. The pay cut I took was miserable. I can still make like $3,000 a week. I mean, I would take less money for more time. That's what it's all about. The best, tell me about yourself in HR. So, okay, so tell me about yourself doesn't mean tell me about like your life. It means tell me how you match this job. That's the question. It's actually, I have a list of all of those BS questions in there. Is there any platform where I can offer free developing services? Don't offer free developing services. If you offer free developing services, you bring the market rate down because people are gonna, don't do that. You're gonna insult your fellow developers here. Stop charging less. Stop bringing the total market down. Looking cute today. Hey, thanks, Cole. I got some fluffy hair. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I put it in the shampoo, but are you done with programming? I only program when I need to make stuff. Same as you guys. You've only programmed 3 codes. Are you able to elaborate on those 3 codes? I've made 3 codes, and yeah, I can do at least 1 code. How would you get started as an indie dev? Marketing. Sales and marketing are the top 2 skills. The actual product comes third. I know it's backwards, right? It's backwards, but marketing is first in everything. Free work is good for exposure, right? Like when you're first getting started, only if you're a freelancer, free work. And just because it builds your portfolio. Don't do free work to get a job. That's a joke. Only work for free if you know that you're going to get something out of it for yourself, and a job is not getting something out of it for yourself. It's just getting a job. Like you're not building a network of clients or building a portfolio. You're just building a resume. Only do it if you want to build your own business. Have you done a leet code? I've done 2 leet codes. Leet codes are my favorite. I've programmed 1 hacker rank. How does one become as rich as you? I'm rich in soul. I'm rich in spirit. My boss wants me to learn Ruby in a week. What do I do? Tell him to learn Ruby in a week. And then when he laughs, you laugh too and say, that's what I thought. It'll be done when it's done. Is DoorDashing a legitimate way to hustle while in school? It depends on where you live and if there's like a need. People that live in the middle of nowhere have a tough time with those jobs because there's no restaurants. I started working as an Android dev on Upwork. I already got my first client, but I'm having problems getting more. Any advice? I'm trying to get testimonials and then leaving Upwork. Santiago, why don't you just make your own testimonials? I mean, that's what I would do. Unethical? Sure. Does it work? Sure. Does it really matter after you get your first paid clients? No, not really. Who's the girl? That's the GF.
Where you been?
I sent you the email with a whack job description. Show the people. Scott, can we put it in the video? This is great. The corporate Kool-Aid. Where's it at? It's in here somewhere. Oh, this one. The Salesforce job, where they want you to be a Salesforce person, but also a salesperson, but also a developer, but also a business analyst, but they want you to be a Service Cloud technician and an administrator, systems administrator for $75K. Yeah. I'll put that in the video. Does she code? She can do a little Python. She made a Python bot to automate her mouse so that she was never away on Slack. A big brain. After purchasing the course, is there a business is there a community we gain access to? No, I need to. So here's the thing. It was either create a Facebook group, private Facebook group, or create private Discord channels, and I'm leaning more towards private Discord channels. But you have access to me. Was there a specific moment your platform started to grow? Yeah, when I started talking about the reality of corporate, people seem to like that. I don't know. I just say things that everyone's thinking, but no one wants to say. Which one's better to learn, Vue or React? Hold on. Let's hit that. And there we go. I wouldn't have any apps to show. Santiago, why don't you just make some testimonials and make some apps and then just post them up? That's literally what everyone does anyways. Dude, you look kind of fit. I've been working on a diet. Josh, why do girls don't like... What? Did I miss anything? Go on recruiting hell for some gyms. Oh, true. I'm gonna write that down. I was thinking about making this video called Content Creator Jobs Are a Disgrace. Because as a content creator, everyone just thinks you hit record. And then that's it. Boom. Now you have a 1 million subscriber YouTube channel. And that's not how it is at all. And there's some on there that want you to create content, but also blog, but also run a business, but also do their WordPress development and Shopify development and take care of their e-commerce and customer support tickets. All for the low price of $15 an hour under the name content creator. And like... It's a joke, dude. People don't respect content creators. Companies especially don't. React hooks crash course. Nah, dude, we don't code on this channel. Is HR lady the girlfriend? Yeah. Why are you not on Twitch? I have affiliate, so I can't duo stream at the same time. Is the CV useful for getting a job in Dublin? The CV package is good for everywhere. How'd you make the swap from mechanical to dev? I went to a crappy code bootcamp. How do I balance work and personal life when the city I work at tells us to work 10-hour days? You say I'm not going to work 10-hour days. You say I'm going to work 8 hours. I'm going to go home. I don't live to work. I work to live. You got to basically have balls. Like, if your company says we need you to work 10 hours, you no, don't even say eat. Just say I'd like to personally invite you to gobble on a bag of chodes. Anytime someone asks you to work more than your 8 hours without compensation, at least. What game should I make for my portfolio, Jan? I don't know what kind of games you're into, so it's kind of up to you. Just an easy single-player game that ideally you could nest into a browser would be good. How do I know what to charge my client? Well, I mean, you get to decide your value, and then also you have to figure out what their budget is. So sometimes a company's budget is like, let's say $100, right? And what they're asking you to do, is going to be like, this is like $1,000 worth of stuff. Obviously, you're not going to do it then. Or maybe you do. Thanks for the gym recommendation. Recently read Unscripted. Kawu. Probably read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's a good book too. That one made me get up and almost walk out of my job. Thoughts on Google certificates? I don't know if it'll matter. If you had $1 viral grenade, that's a fantastic question. If you had $1 every time someone told you I have a great idea, if you do it, I'll let you have XXX. How rich would you be? I would probably have at least $1,000 if I had $1 for every time someone emailed me and said, hey Josh, I have this great business idea. It's revolutionary. Will you be my CTO? I just need somebody to code it. And I'm like, first of all, no. I get so many people just want me to build their company, and then they want me to use my channel to market it for them. After starting an LLC, you can get a business loan, right? It depends. Usually you have to be in business for a certain amount of time. Right after you start a business, you don't really have a tax return to show what you made for the year and what you lost for the year, like expense. Valorant stream. Valorant's anti-cheat is a little bit too spyware for me. Game looks funnish. I don't know. Computer repair, remote computer repair as a business. Your thoughts? That sounds like Kit Boga, bro. Isn't he live right now? Remote computer repair. You have a virus, sir. If you don't fix it, we'll put you behind the bars. What up, Cat? That's a good question, Viral Grenade. Channel review, are you doing those? We'll do them at some point. Is unpaid internship worth it in order to break into the field? No. You're not. Unpaid intern shouldn't go together. An unpaid intern is a volunteer. So, do you want to take orders under the title unpaid intern or volunteer? Because when you take orders as a volunteer, it doesn't really sound like that great. But when you change the title to unpaid intern, it sounds fantastic. It sounds like there's no difference between an intern and a junior developer. Zero difference. Zero skill difference between an intern and a junior dev, because, I mean, an intern is still in school and a junior dev just graduated. Did your skill level go up because you completed CS 301? No, not really. But suddenly you get triple pay? An intern is just a part-time junior dev. But they just use that as a way to pay you no money. Why do you consider yourself the anti-Simon Sinek? Because Simon will come in and tell employees that they need to appreciate their job and their company for taking care of them. And I will tell those companies that you need to pay your people at least more, or pay them by merit, or, or tell the employees, like, hey, this is the reality of the situation. Simon gets hired by a bunch of corporations to come in to motivate their employees, and I would come in just to motivate the employees to do their own thing or look out for themselves instead of the good of the company. Also, Simon Sinek has a video called Middle Management is the Hardest Job. Do you think the teleworker will be here to stay? Or after, get back to the office? Probably a mixture of both. I think there's some people who probably ruined it for their company. Like, they didn't do any work. Can I avoid paying all of my taxes? Let me know if you figure that out, but no. Nope. I mean, I guess you could just not do it and go to jail later. One-way video interviews? That doesn't sound like an interview. An interview goes both ways. Is there any good books for learning negotiations or sales closing? Spice Your Watermelon. You could read Straight Line Selling by Jordan Belfort. That's The Wolf of Wall Street. I read that book. It's okay. TLDR for that, basically you just don't give them a chance to say no, and you have this boom boom stick, which is something that smells really good that gets you in the zone. Well, which I think for him is just his replacement for the cocaine he used to do. But it's a pretty good book. Probably read Never Split the Difference. Open a church to avoid paying taxes. Yeah, just become a church. Will free content eventually trump paid knowledge and learning? No. I mean, people have to make a living. So, also with free content can be disorganized, you know, like I think premium content has its place. Do you plan to stream game dev on Twitch? I did it one time and everyone's like, that's not how you do it, Josh. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll just stream playing games instead. Say more about the boom boom stick. That's what he calls it. He's like, get yourself something that smells good. I call it the boom boom stick, and you stick it in your nose right before you start a sales pitch and sniff real hard. And like, it's in the book. It's in the Straight Line Selling book. Like, you don't believe me? It's called a boom boom stick. It's probably because he can't say cocaine. The Church of Paul, based out of the Cayman Islands. It won't matter if you're a church. It doesn't matter. You're nonprofit. Opinions on the Indian tech industry. I mean, I haven't worked in it, but I know that you guys work weekends, which is unacceptable, and you work really long hours, which is unacceptable. Better to freelance or get a junior dev job starting out? Do both. That's what I'd recommend. Get a junior dev job and freelance on the side. Do you know who Stefan Mischuk is? I know he lives in Canada. That's about it. What bootcamp do you recommend and why? Pick one with a guarantee. That's what I would say. Pick a bootcamp with a guarantee. One that has a decent income share agreement, or one that gives you your money back if you don't get a job. That's what I'd say. The only one that I've worked with is Lambda, because the other ones don't respond. I think it's decent. That's where I would go. Are you fired ever? Oh, yeah, dude, for sure. Halo Infinite delayed. Forrest, don't come in here with that. For real? No, come on. It's probably because everyone hated the graphics and they were like, shit, we gotta upgrade the graphics. Really? I typed in Halo Infinite and it says delayed. Microsoft delays Halo Infinite to 2021. Yeah, that's because everyone thought the graphics were trash. For sure. What? Have you ever heard of Estonia? I mean, I lived in Finland, so Estonia was right next door, right down below. Next steps after boot camp? You just got to get a job. How did you and HR meet? I picked her up at the gym. Like, I just walked over and picked her up. She was in like the middle of the yoga pose, doing the warrior position. I just picked her up. What to do when companies don't reply to your emails? You move on to the next one. I mean, don't harass them about it. If they're ghosting you, they're ghosting you. Hello from Estonia. What's up, dude? Would you ever do a 6-hour live stream? I've gotten close. I did 4 hours once. I don't know what CFP is. Am I blind? Should I know what that is? What do you think about GTA 5's new update? I haven't played it. Like, multiplayer, all GTA 5's updates are multiplayer, and multiplayer in GTA 5 is the most broken thing that somehow makes tons of money. Will my boss be okay with me embezzling millions from the company bank account? Yeah, that'll be fine. When do you have time to please the missus? John Cena comes in asking the real questions. I'll let her answer that.
Never.
If you don't say morning, noon, and night, girl, you are welcome to leave.
All the time.
Raymond, what's up, man? Delays are a sign they care about the game and people liking it. True. Or it's a sign that they should have gotten community feedback less than 5 years later. I understand that you've had a ton of bad beats. Can you talk about things that you're currently positive, optimistic about? Yeah, so I'm trying to like establish more of like a second digital marketing kind of company. But I'm trying to rent out this house, so I'll let you know how that goes. I'm trying to do real estate stuff because that's the new meme, right? Stephen Graham, whatever. Meet Kevin, Grant Cardone, right? Everyone's like, do real estate. It's the easy way to passive income. So like, I'm trying to rent out this house. I'm gonna build a new house in the mountains from scratch. What else? Got to get my pilot's license at some point. What advice about personal finance investing do you feel isn't talked about by other people? Phoenix, that's a great question. I feel people don't talk about business expenses and lifestyle businesses like I have. Business expenses change everything about the way that you live your life. And that's why owning a business is so essential, because you can business expense. If you have a business that you enjoy, you get to write off tax stuff. Like you get to write off assets tax free. It's insane. Things that you would already use. So let's say you're an employee and you have a phone, right? And you use that for work. Well, you're paying post-tax dollars for that phone. You're paying money out of your pocket because you've already paid taxes because you're a salaried employee. As a business owner, you get to pay pre-tax dollars. And then you get to write that off at the end of the year. So it's probably business expenses and how owning assets is the way to build wealth. And if you have a business, you can buy assets, and those assets can generate cash flow for you. That's probably it. How quickly did you get your expenses back? How much capital did you spend to start Grind Real? So it's just a legal entity. So I spent like $220 to make the business. It's in Wyoming. The peas are popping. Oh, I forgot. I took my sock off. Oh, sorry. It was a pop filter. You got a sock?
Oh, a black one. I'll get you a sock.
Sorry about that. Hoping to break out of the 9 to 5. Been side hustling. Finally have the skills to Casey, that's great, dude. What's the business? I'm just gonna talk next to it then. Business expenses you don't pay taxes on? Yeah, so like if I'm like the new Sony A7S III, I'm gonna get 2 of those, so that'll be like $7,000, and at the end of the year I'll get to write those assets off. I will get to say this money that I spent didn't count as income, and now I have assets in my house worth $7,000 or whatever. And that's what real estate people do. Real estate people buy a house that makes them money, and they now don't pay any taxes on that. And then they do the 1031 exchange when they sell it to get a new house, and then they don't pay taxes on that. It's nuts. Oh, cool. I now have a pop filter. Hey, thank you for the 20 rupees. How do you make millions? I don't. I assume that you're just born with it. The silver spoon is a good strategy if you're just. Hold on. All right, there we go. There we go. Look, ethically and organically sourced with dog hair included. Really? Where did you find this?
I don't know. It's the first thing I picked up.
Nice.
I'm doing laundry.
Buys cameras, can't buy a pop filter. I get it.
Priorities.
Opinions on Yomatek. I don't really have a lot of opinions. He doesn't make that many videos. What's up, the officer? How does that work? I understand the benefit of not paying taxes, but at the end of the day, it's still an asset, right? Yeah, but I get to use things that I would use anyways. Like I have a business that I enjoy, so when I purchase things that I enjoy, it's part of my business, so it's great, right? That's the benefit of having a business that you enjoy. You get to buy things tax-free. Or not tax-free, you gotta pay taxes when you buy it, but at the end of the year, you mark all that off. It's great. So like if I enjoy cameras. I like new cameras. I like cameras, like I like keeping up to date with all that, right? So whenever a new one comes out, I can buy it because it's for my business and I enjoy it anyways, so it's great. It's like the double whammy. So how to make millions from the ground up? Yeah, that's it. I mean, you could just be Dan Bilzerian. You just wait till you're 30 and get the trust fund money. Or veneer also covered under expenses. Veneer, what is veneer? What? Opinions on Clement. I mean, he's nice, dude. He's a good dude. Sales tax exemptions. It depends. It depends on your industry, but yeah. That's why people say to find something you enjoy and make a job out of it so you can practically do it for free. Yeah, it's great. Do devs get taught security dev? Or is all volume focused? What do you mean, Adam? What do you think about workers' co-ops? They're pretty great. It's just profit sharing at the end of the day. Workers' co-ops are pretty dope. Everybody manages themselves and everyone shares in the profits. I appreciate that wasn't great English, but I only had 50 characters. Adam, type it again in chat. Do you see yourself becoming a millionaire? I mean, anyone can close their eyes and see it. Do I see it happening? Maybe. Maybe in like 5 years. 10 years? I don't know. Are you able to write off gas, travel around for your business? Yeah, for sure. 100% you can write off gas. Okay, there's some exceptions there. It depends on if you have one car. You can't write off all of it if you have one car. That's a personal car and a business car. Like, for example, there's some gray areas with expensing. Like I could be like, I need to go to Hawaii to make this video because reasons for business, you know. Now I can business expense a trip to Hawaii because I needed to go there to get this background. Like there's gray areas, right? And like I could be like, you know, I need a Lamborghini to put in this video, so I'm gonna business. You can't do that. The IRS would just say, really, Josh? You needed a Lamborghini? You're not a car channel. And if you were, why wouldn't you rent it? So you don't want to mess with the IRS, right? Everybody wants to pay their taxes, just not $1 more than they should. So pay your taxes. They're not loopholes. They're there for everyone to take advantage of. Your CEO knows about them. Your chief revenue officer definitely knows about them. What do you think of remote jobs? I mean, that's the only way to do it. If you don't need to be on site to do your job, then you shouldn't have to go. What would be great business ideas? School of AI. You have to figure out something that solves a problem. Are you moving houses? Yes. Bring an HR lady to talk. Do you want to talk? Do you want to come over and talk?
I'm just hanging out.
Does a friend enroll?
In chat if you have questions.
Yeah, she's in the chat.
Yeah.
This girl behind you crying. Yeah, she's very sad. Speak for yourself. Taxation is theft. I mean, yeah. I mean, you say that all you want, but I mean, don't pay it. Have fun in jail, I guess. Security development. I work in InfoSec and we often have issues with devs producing insecure apps. Yeah, devs don't learn about security that much. Like SQL injection, but not too much. That Rachel says, any tips for someone looking for their first software job? Yeah, don't type junior in when you're looking. Don't type entry level. Don't type any of that. Just apply for anything that says software developer. That's what I Google. Personally, I type in software developer. But when I do the streams, I type in junior dev because that's what everyone wants to see. And then as expected, they're all trash. Show those sexy rocks.
You see all my rocks.
Her rock collection.
My ankles. What rocks do I got for you today?
Can I get a glimpse of HR lady's toe?
Ew. What?
Well, you got to go to the OnlyFans for that.
Okay, this one is an obsidian stone, right? So it's all nice and polished, and it looks like the universe when you spin it around, right? Look at that. Look at that. This is like one of my favorite ones ever. I got it in Mexico. But super cool.
Could you business expense a Lamborghini if it was shown in your lifestyle business that's really stupid, like you posting pictures of your lifestyle on Instagram?
Daily rock.
I mean, you could try. But most of those people on Instagram with Lambos they're fake flexing. They just rent it. It's like Dan Bilzerian, right? His whole life is an entire lie. I don't know if you guys have seen those videos. Lots of people have made it. His house that he said he paid $65 million for, he was paying $200,000 a month renting it. I mean, most of the lifestyle people that are like, look at how rich I am, are just renting things to look rich so that you buy things so you think you'll be rich, right? Start a pet rock business. I think it would work if you have good enough marketing. I mean, at some point, it would be. I wish to start a YouTube channel, already successful blog, and some niche content's not an issue. I can't speak fluent English in front of the camera. I get conscious. What should I do? That's okay. You don't. I mean, lots of people have big channels, and lots of people have accents with big channels. It's not a big deal.
Besides, the more you talk, the more you practice, the better you get.
Yeah. The practice is makes perfect, and you're your biggest critic, basically. Everyone else is just there for the info. How would you advertise a game? I mean, I would start a little community and offer like demos of it for free. Like tons of people love free games. Everybody loves free games.
You need to update your info.
Is YouTube oversaturated? Everything is oversaturated. There's actually a tax loophole where vehicles were over a certain weight were tax free. Yeah, I remember that. But that got closed. That one went away. Yeah, everybody was buying SUVs at the end of the year. What's the worst that can happen if you don't do proper security on the software? It depends on what industry you're in. If you're in the government and you don't do proper security, and some Russians or some, like countries that want information about this country get access to you'll probably go to jail. I don't know. No, it probably wouldn't be good. Have you developed any games? I sure have. I got some crappy Unity games. I have one on the App Store for Android. It used to be on iPhone, but you got to renew it and stuff. I never did. What is SD software development? What is that? SDET. You have a really sharp nose. Hey, thanks for noticing, dude.
Listen, people get plastic surgery to have that little ski jump, so I'll be jealous.
What jobs will be eliminated between now and the end of 2021? I don't know.
Hey, John Bird, that's
probably
awesome.
A lot of Amazon workers. What do you do during a paid one-on-one? Paid one-on-one, people have questions. They're like, how do I open a business? What's the best content strategy for this? What do you think of the content that I've already made? Can you help me understand why this content is not selling? What do you think about this website? How would I market this website? Oh, Josh, how do I get a job? Will you review my resume? Will you review this? Will you review that? Can we practice interviews? Like, it's whatever they want. I have a wealth of knowledge, I think. What's your take on a company willing to increase your salary when you tell them you're going to quit? Yeah, that's a joke. That's a bait.
They'll never match what you are going to get. And then if they do actually, they'll not give you another raise or a bonus because you've now reached like the top of your pay scale. So that's a trap. And also they're going to know you're trying to leave. So you'll never get promoted and they'll be looking for your replacement.
Yeah, you'll never get promoted again if you take the job. Yeah, they're just trying to keep you from leaving because you had some information that they needed to get from you before you quit. But after they get that info from you, when you accept that counter offer, they'll be like, thank you so much for giving us what we needed. You can leave now. Or they'll just let you stay and they'll never give you any attention, raises, promotions ever again. It's bait. Don't take counter offers because you're admitting to the company that you're unhappy there.
Yeah, don't do that. If you want to leave. You're going to get way more money to take another job anyways than you ever would getting a raise.
I created an AR app for sales as a side project. It's a franchise. I'd like to sell it to corporate. If I'm able, should I create an LLC or just as an individual? I would create an LLC if you're going to sell it to a corporation and then make that your business asset. Because right now, as if you have an application that you want to sell to somebody as a sole proprietor, everything that you own personally is also your business's. There's no separation. You are your business. Your house is your business. Your car is your business. Your personal phone is your business phone. There's no separation there. You need an LLC. I just negotiated 10% salary raise for a new job. Dude, that's dope.
Get a new job.
Josh, do you ever 420? No, I don't. No 420 here, man. I didn't read Invisibles by David. Is it possible to be a data analyst as a junior remotely? Yeah, it's really hard to be a junior remote anything because companies don't trust you. They think that you're going to get stuck and you're not going to ask for help because you're a junior and you don't, like, they just hired you and you're like, it doesn't feel... That's what they think you're going to do. Register a company in Estonia, then sell the AR app. That's not really how it works, Cigar. The IRS, if you make money in Europe, if you make money in the US, as a United States citizen, if you make money anywhere in the world, after a certain amount of money, you have to pay taxes to the United States. I forget, it's the Foreign Earned Income Exclusion Act. That is exactly, I don't know how that came out so succinctly. It's the let me explain this to you. Foreign Earned Income Exclusion Amount 2020. It's $107,600. So if you live anywhere else in the world as a United States citizen and you make over $107,000 per year, you have to pay taxes on whatever you make back to the US. So imagine you make $110,000 in Europe somewhere for some European country and you're a US citizen. You have to pay taxes on the $2,400 that you made back to the United States. It's kind of a meme. So it doesn't really matter if you make money anywhere else. Do you feel like you're betraying your principles by getting with HR? See, this is a question that I get a lot. I think it's pretty big brain, maybe even galaxy brain, to keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Do you think most jobs in 2 years will be remote? I hope so. Most software jobs, yeah. How much does your haircut cost? I usually pay like $50. It's like $15, but I usually just tip to whatever the difference is to $50 because I feel like people in service industries are commonly treated like garbage, and I don't know. I try to make their day.
And plus, you only cut it every 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
So.
Can you be a programmer without an RGB keyboard? I mean, I don't think so. Can a software developer testing be a stepping stone towards becoming a software dev? For sure. I was recently hired as a remote junior. Was it difficult? Is that your sister? No, that's the girlfriend. We don't look alike, bro.
Weird.
Bro.
We make too many D jokes to be brothers.
Dang, Josh, your hairline is receding. Hey, look. Actually, it's not. My hairline has been like this since I was like 15. I'd say that I'm doing good for 30 years old, bro. Thank you for noticing. How much do you tip Uber drivers? I don't take Uber that often, but usually like $10.
Depending on how far you go.
Is that your stepsister? Stepsister! Imagine being a stepbrother in 2020. Go watch that. Go watch it. Like, that's so funny. That's a good video if you haven't seen it. Get banned property tax trending on social media. I mean, you can trend on social media whatever you want. IRS is still gonna get their money. How much you bench? Let's see, what did I do? I was doing 230 for reps this week. I weigh 183 pounds. I don't usually do 1 rep maxes. Why do you have CCTV in your room? Those are VR trackers for room tracking. I'm from Germany, and coding culture here is different for sure. How much do you tip waitresses? It depends on. I mean, it depends on how well they take care of you at the table. You know, if you are at a table where you get appetizers or you get a drink and they just, you know, I know in the U.S. you get refills. In the EU you don't get refills, but like it depends on how well they attend to the table. If they make sure that you got everything you need anything, whatever, right? Like usually like 20%, 25%. People in the service industry just they get treated so bad. So like you can tell the true character of someone by how they treat people in the service industry. If that's retail, if that's restaurant business, anytime someone is in a service industry servicing customers and you see the Karens treating these people like crap, like I don't know. I never want to be that person, so I try to treat them right. I've never done any AR work. Are you full-time YouTuber now? I have been for like almost 3 years. I know Facebook Pixel and Facebook Ads marketing. Then you're probably worth like 60K. In the EU. Yeah, well, I know in a lot of places in the EU you don't get refills. That's not a thing. Like in Finland, you don't get refills. And you have to pay to go to the bathroom. Anything. Nothing. You don't get refills.
I know you don't get ice and
you gotta pay for like I think you get like extra water sometimes.
If you want an ice, you get like 2 little ice cubes.
Why do you have room trackers? It's so that my corporate boss makes sure that I'm working. It has AR and AI technology detecting the positions, and if it detects me moving from outside the position of my hand on the mouse and hand on the keyboard, then it alerts my boss. When did you pass 300K subs? Like a week ago? 4 or 5 days ago? Why is it hard to get an entry-level position? Don't apply for entry-level positions. Apply for regular-level positions. It's this... The entry-level positions are just titled that way so they can pay you no money and treat you like crap. Will you tip if you don't like the service? A little bit. It really depends on how much of a douche they are. If they're a douche, if they're a total douche, no tip for you. How much you tip Uber Eats? I've never gotten Uber Eats before. Should I name my LLC the same as my name? If you're like a gaming company, you could name it some gaming company, but my LLC is GrindReel. You name it, that's up to you. Hey, thanks, Sanved. Reactor View, whichever one gets the job done. How hard can it be getting an international software engineering job internationally? What? If a company pays you for freelance work via PayPal, do they owe you a 1099? You can make your own. That's what I do. YouTube doesn't give me a 1099. You can make your own and submit that to the IRS. So for my 1099, I made it, I don't know, I made it like a few weeks ago, and I Googled the address of YouTube, and I put that on there, and then I put how much AdSense paid, and then I put my own info on there, and I just submitted it myself. But if they don't give you one, you have to do it. But PayPal will send you a 1099K if you make over $10,000 on PayPal. Yeah. How much does HR charge for a consultancy? How much do you charge? It's like $400 an hour?
Every 2 minutes.
What kind of people does it make in the dev world? People that like to talk a lot. Because you should be coding and solving problems in your brain. GrindReel is a great LLC name. I wish it was something different, because now everyone's just like, it's the Grinder dating app. It's actually kind of good for marketing because you don't forget it. What does LLC mean? Limited liability company. An LLC is actually a company that is set to expire if you don't convert it to a corporation. But it doesn't, like, you can just keep renewing it and keep renewing it and keep renewing it. And I guess if you, yeah. You explain like I'm 5 how to make an LLC. You have to decide where you want to open it, but it's just a legal entity. No. Lots of sites will do it. What?
Somebody asked if I have OnlyFans.
Oh, does the HR lady have an OnlyFans? Yeah,
Josh does.
It's XXX HR violation XXX. What is something free from the internet every programmer should take advantage of? I guess Stack Overflow. So if you're outgoing, you should give up on developing? No, that's not what I mean. If you're outgoing, that's cool, but like people who are too talkative as developers, like the people who don't like sitting still and coding. Those are the people who aren't going to make it as developers. Cuz that's what their job is. The people who don't like being in cubicles all day, like me, aren't going to make it as developers unless you work remote. Bo, I'm pretty good. How are you, man? Alex, does it help the aspiring UI UX designer? Yeah, it works for anyone. What is LLC's renewal period like? I have to renew it every year, but I don't know. It's like it was made, the LLC entity was made so long ago that they were made to like disappear after like 200 years. When do LLCs disappear? I forget. You can Google it, but limited liability company, even though they're around for hundreds of years, it's kind of silly. I guess they want you to make a corporation. Dan, I can't see your dang question. It's not in here. How hard is it to switch from cybersecurity to web dev? Well, cybersecurity contains web development security, so I imagine you know some web dev. It wouldn't be too bad. Why'd you opt for an LLC instead of an S corp? I have an S corp, Lee. I have an LLC taxed as an S corp, so I pay myself a salary. Last year, I paid myself a salary of $55,000, and then I distributed the remainder of whatever I didn't expense. What's it like dealing with investors? I don't deal with investors. Should I start drop shipping? What are you gonna sell? You're just selling things on your website as a middleman for more than they are actually priced on Alibaba.com. Josh, LLC is based on states? Yeah. For Wyoming, I have to renew it every year. Is there an AR-based IDE so that I can jog and code together? That'd be dope. Is it possible to have a 40-hour-a-week job and start out working as a self-employed web developer on the off time? Yes, that's what you should do. That's just a side hustle. If you have a regular job. Do you employ anyone? No. Dropshipping is extremely profitable, but it doesn't come down to the dropshipping, it comes down to the marketing. If you know how to market, then your dropshipping operation will be successful. Because that's all it really is. You're not inventing the product, you're not developing the product, you're not making the product, you haven't decided the problem that the product is going to solve, or any of that. The only thing that you're doing with dropshipping is you are marketing it differently than the other people, and you're selling it for more than where you're buying it. And that's it. What Abraham? Someone asked, do I employ anyone? Philip, I don't have any. Yeah, I don't have anyone. How do you make an LLC as an S corp? How does that benefit you? So you make an LLC and then you elect to have it taxed as an S corp with this one form. I forget which one it's called. Just type in convert LLC to S corp and you'll find it, but it's all in the business course. But you elect to have your LLC taxed as an S corp, and then you can pay yourself a salary. The paperwork gets more complicated, but you pay less in self-employment tax, basically. As a regular LLC, if you make $100,000 a year, you have to pay 15.3% self-employment tax, and then you have to pay income tax after that. as a S corp making 100K, I can pay myself a salary of 50K and then distribute the other 50K to myself. And the way that works is I only pay 15.3% on the salary, not on the distribution. So I pay less in taxes. Do you think coding positions are hiring heavily now? I mean, I don't know. Probably not. It depends. And depends on what the software supports. Make a video on the office overwork. What is that? Do you need full-time experience to find a remote job? No.
It's a try-hard.
What?
Overworker in the office. The person who works too much. Too hard.
Do you do paid one-on-ones? Yeah, I do paid one-on-ones. I do like consultations and stuff, but it's not very often.
And you did. That was the office simp.
The office simp? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Scrum? Tell us a corporate joke. I'd like to defer that to HR lady. Tell us a corporate joke.
A corporate joke? Are there corporate jokes?
Yeah, it's called
corporate
HR. It's called HR ladies.
We are not.
I live in Wyoming. Poggers, dude. Confirmed. What if your LLC has expired for a year? Would you have to create a new one? Well, you still have to pay tax to the expired LLC account. I mean, you have to pay taxes on business money that you've earned. It's not about paying taxes if your business exists or not. If you made profit, you owe taxes on that. Scrum is a buzzword. Scrum is just a giant meme. I don't know why Scrum Masters exist. I don't know why. Yeah, Scrum Master is the biggest con of the
Scrum
industry.
Is more of the joke. What is that? What do you
Thank you for the 20, Ronald, by the way. I have a side project that generates $100 a month. Friends tell me to invest more and make it to a business, but I always get smiled at because I'd rather keep it as a hobby. Any thoughts? I don't know. You should see if you could scale it. You don't have to turn it into a business, but just see if you could scale it. Maybe just scale it up. Have you ever been to England? Adam, I've been there once, just hopping to go to Finland. Any advice on approaching possible clients? Carl, can you expand on that? Like, for what? What do you mean? Like, have you spoken with them before? Waterfall is the biggest joke.
What?
What
is that?
It's just a way that you develop software. Scrum is a cult that uses Scrum certificates as fiat currency. I would agree with that. Cameron, hey, thanks, dude. For the joke, I don't know. I'm not super witty. It depends.
You make jokes all day, but
yeah, I know. But what is the greatest comeback to an insult you've ever heard?
But it depends on what the insult is.
How was Lapenrana University? That's not where I went. I went to Sima.
Honestly, it's probably your job. It's the greatest comeback to an insult.
Do I have to file any forms to the IRS when working contract jobs from Europe? Nope. That will be on the person paying you that's in the United States. Do you own a Raspberry Pi? Yeah, I have one somewhere in here. It's still in its box. I haven't opened it yet. I did some Arduino stuff though. What percentage of the time do you think a senior dev should be coding versus the rest? It depends on the company you work at. It depends on how big your team is. Usually senior devs are just reviewing the other dev stuff to make sure that they don't let crappy code in. Pineapple on pizza or not? I'll eat it because it's pizza.
Or because you put it on my pizza and so you want to eat half my pizza.
But like if it was like optional, I don't know if I'd order it. If like you were like, you can have a pizza with 3 toppings, pineapple would not be one.
Jalapenos would.
Jalapenos, yeah, probably. Pepperoni, jalapenos, something else. Is that the girl that cheated on you? No, that would make me a cuck. And we don't have any of that on this channel. Except for the simp in the other video.
Ew.
Good question though. Quality question. Thank you. Is it illegal to freelance if you're under 18? I don't know. Check your local state regulations.
No, I don't think it would be. You just are not going to get hired doing a job like this. You're going to get hired for things that you're allowed to do with only a couple hours a day during a certain period of time each day. So it's not going to be a salary position or something in tech usually at all, unless you're doing a freelance. And also, if you do freelance work, you don't
what are some major pitfalls of making and selling physical devices? Sales tax is a big one. Got to pay that sales tax, that physical asset sales tax. You also have to keep track of inventory. If you have digital products, you copy paste and now your inventory is doubled. If you have physical products, you know, actual physical inventory. Logistics, shipping, that's a big one. International shipping is a big one. Is it realistic to build a brand and sell WordPress websites to businesses for 800 pounds? How would I target the businesses? LOL Dog 213. You go on Google Maps and you look at these businesses that need better websites. But I don't know why you have already established your rate at 800 pounds. What if you go to a business and they're expecting to pay you 2,000 pounds and you're like, hi, I'll redo your website for 800. When they would be like, oh, yeah, 800 is great. Thanks. But they were ready to pay you 2,000 without asking, but you undercut yourself. So don't start with a rate. Negotiate that rate. Why did you leave New Delhi? I thought you were born there. No, I was born in Mumbai. I'm from Mumbai. I'm fluent in Hindi. And I'm from Mumbai, and my parents are from New Delhi. We migrated to the United States when I was 6 months old. Would I pay less tax if I distribute profit among 3 shareholders of a business equally of self-employment, distribute the remaining 2 salaries as my employees? That's like tax fraud. Did you ever cheat on somebody? No.
No. Or
that's
we
not.
wouldn't be together.
That's not really who I am. I mean, like when I was just dating people, like, and we never said that we're like exclusive. Does that count as cheating if you're just out there in the field dating multiple people at the same time?
Because you're just dating casually. But if you're in a committed relationship and you cheat on somebody, that's cheating. And those people never change, so stay away from that. Got opinions.
Can you curse in Indian? No, unfortunately not. Were you in a fraternity? No, I was not in a fraternity. I didn't want to be at a fraternity at a school that was already all guys. How was Finland? What up, Ben? Welcome aboard. Would I make more money if I commit a crime? That's essentially what that question is. Let's record a one-on-one for channels content. What there needs to be like a story to it or purpose to it. Like podcast content doesn't do that great. He cheated on me? Hey, look, we had this conversation. You're not supposed to say anything.
What?
Ryan says, how is Finland? Expensive, very cold. It's hard to make friends with Finnish people. It's not cheating if you don't get caught, right? I mean, it's not illegal if you don't get caught, right? It's the same.
Yeah, but dude, what's that say about you?
What?
Sick.
What?
It's not cheating if you don't get caught.
That's.
I hope you get caught.
Rip.
I didn't do it this time.
That was me. That was me. I goofed. I'm not actually from India. It was a joke.
Do you see it look in the You were like...
Do you prefer Finland or the US? I prefer the US. Are you an empath? I just try to help people. Finland's amazing. Best country in the world. Source, I'm from Finland. It's alright. I would go back and visit. How many people came for the pool party in my basement? The dogs.
Just
The dogs.
And the repairman.
Do you reckon... What? Wait, what? Adam, explain. I have a feeling that Josh was a big Chad in college before he saw the light. Nah, dude, I was awkward. I didn't become Chad until I got divorced. Actually, that's not true. In high school, I was pretty Chad.
You're not a Chad. You think you're a Chad.
Would you like to see some DMs? I can show you.
You're a YouTuber, not a Chad.
Yeah, all right.
Of course you got DMs.
I'd like to show you some DMs. It's fine. It's fine.
Just kidding. Total Chad.
That's
why he has so many muscles.
What, you want 10 years from now? I don't know, dude. That's a good question. Why are YouTubers so mysterious, but not me? That's... Josh was Chubby Bunny? That's true. You used to have emo hair and listen to All American Rejects? No, I didn't listen to that. I did have emo hair. Why do I always feel like you're about to cry? Just have a soft-spoken voice, dude. You jelly? You wish you could sound 14? Is information technology and software dev the same thing? No. IT is not programming. I mean, maybe it has a little bit. Josh, show the DMs. Well, we could. She'd just get mad.
I've seen him, you crazy. You show me every day.
I was fired. How could I explain it during a job interview? Don't say that you were fired. Andrew, never say that you were fired. Always say you left the company because you were looking for more responsibility. Advice for your younger self? Don't get married, Josh. Oh yeah, what about if the simp has to one-on-one with the CEO? Is that considered cheating? What? If he has to earn his raise. If the simp needs to earn his raise, is that cheating?
Did that simp have a girl?
I mean, it doesn't matter who you love. This is 2020. Is it cheating?
Yeah.
It's cheating?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
Can you show us your Nerf collection? I do have one. Oh, the chin strap, true. I never rocked. Well, I did once in Finland, once for a day. If you had to sum up the internet in one word, what would it be? Strange. Are you buying silver? No. I'm pretty sure HR was also a scene kid. How do you deal with narcissists? Like my parents? I just cut them off. What happens if they inquiry about the references? They found out I lied. Why would you give references to the job that fired you? That would be dumb. Don't be dumb. What? Give references to the job before that. Give references to your friends.
Give references to your friends to be the job before that. And also, your past job cannot give more than your job title and your dates of employment. So if you think HR hates you, I guarantee you they're just like the wall between your manager who actually hates you. So don't give your manager, don't give your coworker their information for references. Give HR, because HR legally cannot give them anything other than job dates and your job title. Promise.
How do you explain gaps in a resume?
Ooh, and if they do, you can legally...
You don't have gaps on your resume, bro. That's unless the gap is like years, you don't have gaps on your resume. Even if you have gaps. How long y'all been knocking boots for? Dave, thanks for remembering my friend. Forever now. What up, Daniel? I just bombed an interview and I'm certain I won't be getting an offer. How to cope with life. You didn't lose anything you already had, bro. You didn't lose anything. Just the time you spent interviewing. Do you play video games now? Sometimes. I don't really have any good casual games to play. Like, what casual games are out there? I leveled up all my characters to 120 in WoW. I don't want to gear them because the pre-patch is going to come, and then I can use all the gear from the old content that I can farm. So I don't want to play that. Sometimes I play PlanetSide 2 because I can log in, log out. All the Battlefield games are trash except Battlefield 4. No good FPS games. Overwatch is like stale content AF. What do I play? There's no like. I hired someone from Fiverr to be the HR person for my LLC when I was job hunting to confirm that I work there. That sounds pretty big brain, Christopher. I would just have my mom do it. Fall Guys, true. But that sounds like so enraging. I want to play something that doesn't piss me off. Death Stranding. I don't have a PS4. Oh, well, I can play on PC, but nah. That's UPS Delivery Simulator 2020. I can't micro in StarCraft 2. Realm Royale is pretty fun. Is it populated? I thought that's just all bots. I played it a little bit. It was pretty fun, though. When do you know you're not working? I mean, if you're thinking about work as a software developer, you're working.
I'm never
Fight me. Escape from Tarkov? That's not casual. They log in and get domed from across the map with some dude that has way more. Guild Wars 2. Summit 1G's been playing a lot of that. What do you do when you're not working? I do, I don't know, paraglide, fly down mountains, play with my dogs, go to the park, ride one wheels. Yo, what up, Bud the Pit? Oh, it's been a while. It's been a while since you've been here. Welcome back. I Am Bread. That sounds fun. Battlefield 3 is better than Battlefield 4. That's, you know, I think Battlefield 3 is actually pretty good. Yeah, I would agree with that, except for the suppression that they have. The suppression mechanic in the game is not good. Josh, you got any Second Amendments? I live in Utah. What do you think? Titanfall 2. Genius. I'll write that down. Or maybe Battlefront 2. I can't play anything that requires me to farm. That's the thing. I'm not Asmongold, okay? I don't have streamer loot because I don't play games on stream or anything or have a big following like that. So I don't get the streamer loot advantage, and I don't have a lot of time to play games that require me to farm. I always find a way to cheat in single player games, so I don't play single player games. I don't follow the rules, basically. What is this? I break my keyboard? Hold on. Shit. What happened to airplane content? It's going slow because it's expensive. Does HR ask and check your social media when you apply? I mean, some people do, but
no. So it's a giant gray area, right? So best practice for HR that goes around the HR circle and is something that gets talked about a lot during our conferences is to don't touch it. Don't friend your HR, don't friend your managers, things like that if you don't want it to be seen. And HR and the company really should not check any of that stuff out because it can be legally fought. It could be okay. It could not be okay. It could cause problems later, but it also could cause problems for you. So I would stay away from it. Don't provide any of it unless it's LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the only thing that you should be using professionally with your coworkers, your managers, your HR, whatever you want a friend on. That is fine. Anything else, don't touch it. Because if you want to take a sick day, that's cool. But then they see you out at the lake instead, like, technically they can't say anything, but also you might get randomly fired for it. So that's the HR opinion on that.
Okay. All right. Satisfactory. Oh, maybe that could be good. A little farming game, right? I don't know what the end game is there.
Ooh, like Farmville?
But like first person. It's like first person build a factory.
I would do it.
I don't know. I was thinking like we could play Fall Guys on stream. That might be good. She's down to play games. We can play WoW together sometime.
I want to play that new game though.
Fall Guys? With little jelly beans?
Yeah, what are those? Fall Guys?
Seems so enraging.
Yeah, that looks like fun.
I want to start a car business. I have about 15K saved up from selling cars on the side, but states have a limit of how many you can sell a year. Would you recommend starting an LLC? Yes. Yes, but I don't know if that will change your legality for selling cars. Why wouldn't... Can you take leave in your first year as a developer? Yeah, but usually you have to build up the leave. That's the thing. How many tunes do you have in WoW? I have every class at max level. It's not my proudest thing, okay?
seem pretty proud to me every time you level.
I mean, it's not like I level all the classes in WoW to max every expansion is what I do. And then when the new one comes out, I play it when it launches on one character, and then I don't play until they add more content. And it's good. Cause yeah. And here I am making videos roasting Blizzard. I'm a hypocrite. I'm like, oh, look at Blizzard, but then I play WoW. What is HR Lady's name? We don't want to give HR Lady's name away because people are, number one, thirstier than people in the Sahara Desert right now. And then number two, I don't want to get her in trouble at work. Sahara Desert. It's the Sahara.
Thirstier than a Sahara Desert. Hottest thing.
Should Indians come on the H-1B visa to work for U.S. software companies? Here's the thing. It's super like glorified probably in India. However, a lot of companies take advantage of this and they bring you in and they basically they blackmail you pretty much, like, because they bring you on the visa and then they make you work 14 hours a day, even though they can't really make you work 14 hours a day. They just threaten with firing you. And if they fire you, that your visa gets taken away and you have to leave, right? So wouldn't that suck? So I think a lot of people that come on H-1B visas actually get taken advantage of by these crappy companies that are just trying to get super cheap labor for somebody, you know. I'm sure you guys have experienced. Are you a mythic or heroic raider? I don't really raid. I've done mythic dungeons though. Can we guess her name? No. Nope. First letter of HR Lady's name.
No.
It's
No.
XXX.
Okay. Too close.
I'm 33. How hard is it going to be to land my first programming job? It's not going to be that bad. 30, like, I would say under 45 is pretty good. Why did parents find it a good idea to name their kids Dick? So the thing is, that's actually short for Richard. So they name their kids Richard, and then other people call them that. Cyberpunk 2077? Maybe. Some job offers offer unlimited vacation. What does that mean? It means what it says. It means unlimited vacation, but what it really means is that you don't know how much vacation you can take before you get fired. Unlimited vacation is a proven psychological tactic to get people to take no vacation, but it looks good on the company because they're offering you unlimited vacation. And another thing with unlimited vacation being a meme is that they don't have to pay you 2 weeks out vacation if you quit. So right now, if you work at a company that offers you 3 weeks vacation and you quit, they have to pay you out that 3 weeks vacation you've accrued, or however much you've accrued. With unlimited vacation, they don't have to pay you out vacation when you quit. So don't do it.
What's your 3 weakest points? Never had someone ask me for 3.
I hate to say it, but get on Rust. Maybe. I've never played it. I have it. Never played it. So you're telling me HR Lady's name is not HR Lady? Her last name is Lady. You guys can guess what HR stands for. What do you think of Angular Core? I don't ever think about Angular Core. New company. Everyone there works overtime for no extra money. Thoughts? How to handle it? Assert your dominance and just mark your territory, even if they're at their desk. You know, just whip it out, mark the territory. Thoughts on Oreo Thins? It's the greatest marketing scam of all time. Oreo Thins are the same price as regular Oreos for less Oreo.
No, they're a scam because the best part is the stuff in the middle. You get less of that, so you have to eat more cookies to get more of the cookie part.
That's what I just said. That's what I said. You get less cookie for the same price, but it's marketed as a thin cookie.
And you don't even get the good stuff in the middle of it.
Genius, dude. Like, marketing is crazy. Like, I saw a leash, a human leash, marketed as an athletic tethering thing. It's like, I should make a whole series on how ridiculous marketing. Hot Rocks? Yeah, it's Hot Rocks Lady. HR Lady. What do you think of using Flask and Firebase for a website backend? That could work. I think Firebase is great. Internet Historian's serious business video. If I watch it on stream, he probably could DMCA. I don't want to do that. Do you feel that people genuinely enjoy the corporate grind? Yes, there are those people that genuinely enjoy getting a pat on the back from someone who put themselves above another person, and they've accepted their position, and I don't know. I just don't think people are above me, and when you go to work, people are above you because some reason, I don't know. No one is above me. We're all humans here. But because they pay you money, they have power over you, and I don't like that dynamic. But some people, they like that dynamic. I'll never understand how you can go to work 40 hours a week and not think that there's got to be more to life. Also, it's a negative return on investment. So if you go to work for 5 days to get 2 days back, that's minus 60% return. You wouldn't do that with your money. You wouldn't give $5 to the market so that you could get $2 back. Well, that's what you're doing with your life when you work a corporate job.
Well, that's a good question.
Who?
Who would be the worst person for you to be stuck in an elevator
Oh,
with?
yeah, dude, the ex-wife. Easy.
No, for an interview question.
Oh. It would still be the ex-wife, and that would make everybody laugh. The HR lady's like, who'd be the worst person to be stuck in an elevator with for you? I'd just be like, my ex-wife. And she'd be like, ha ha ha. Wait.
We'd all laugh.
Sorry about that.
We would, and then you'd have to give a real answer, but that's funny.
Yeah, dude. Should I learn to speak Hindi or another programming language? That's wrong. We can't laugh at that.
What is a LaTeX resume?
I've been looking forward to the corporate grind because I've been stuck in life. I think it's nice at first. When you first get into corporate, you're like, this is great. I'm gonna make my own path in this company, and I'm gonna really be part of the team, and I see myself. And then like you realize you have money, but you have no time to do anything you want, and they own you. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you like pleasing other people, but I've never been a people pleaser. Someone says, does HR have OnlyFans? Yeah, hold on, I'll link it to you right now. Just hashtag this. Hold on. There you go. Hold on. It's like this. You have to make sure you do it right, or it won't come up when you search for it. But here you go. Right there. So if you just type that in, you'll find her.
Watch that already be something.
Watch that exist. That's also her SoundCloud name, yes.
But also I don't want to find out if it exists.
Exclamation point OnlyFans. Did you guys know that girl from 90 Day has an OnlyFans?
Ew, yeah, the YouTube girl, what's her name? Stephanie? Was it Stephanie?
Don't say ew. She can do what she wants. She can do what she wants. It's 2020. I just think it's interesting that the girl from 90 Day also has an OnlyFans. Maybe the ad revenue is just not doing it. Okay. It's hard out here on the YouTube.
Her poor mom.
Are you familiar with the concept of FIRE? Yeah, FIRE is great. Financial independence, retire early. It's a great thought. I feel like FIRE focuses mostly on spending less money and not earning more money. Most people doing FIRE work salaried jobs, and they just try to make more salary and spend less money and eat rice and beans and live in a box, rather than focusing on scaling and reinvesting and making more money. Is WordPress still viable? Yeah, for sure. What OS do you use as your daily driver? I use Windows. I'm watching 90 Day. Dude, everybody watches 90 Day. That's everybody's guilty pleasure. 90 Day the other way. 90 Day now what?
OnlyFans is like looking under a wet rock.
Been trying to get out on my own. Any advice? I'm from South Africa. Warner, I think you have to decide what you can offer. What do you want to offer? Do you want to offer applications or do you want to offer websites? Freelancing applications is more like a contract job, and freelancing websites is more freelancing. Mern for freelancing. That doesn't make sense. Mern is good for contracting, but freelancing for applications like using Mern is contracting. You think of moving overseas to live better? I can't take my Second Amendments really overseas, so I'm gonna just chill. Don't diss rice and beans. That's wholesome protein for vegans. I mean, I guess that's true, but it's a lot of carbs though. So does corporate work kill passion for programming? Actually, there's a whole concept called the over-justification effect. It means once you get paid to do something that you enjoyed doing before, you no longer enjoy doing that thing. This happens all the time with programming. In fact, Google over-justification effect programming, and you will see that it happens to almost everyone who's in the industry. They're like, I enjoyed learning this, I enjoyed tinkering with things, but I don't enjoy making this large corporate healthcare application that does absolutely nothing, and I just get to sit here and soft tickets all day. Like, what are your thoughts on universal healthcare? I don't. They're divisive. That's just a divisive question. I'll pay for my own healthcare. Thanks. Let's see. Would you invest in Tesla stocks? I had a whole bunch, and then I sold it like a dummy.
What's the thing?
America has weird issues. Yeah, it does. But the thing is, I don't want to pay.
It means something entirely different here than it would in other countries anyway.
It's very different.
You can't compare apples to oranges like that.
Target price range for initial site, dev plus ongoing support, single product startup. Wait, what? Versus a 100 product brick and mortar store. Brick and mortar stores are just no real reason. I mean, Amazon's got you covered. How did you acquire your dogs? I went to the Humane Society for one of them, for the cute fluffy one, and then I went to this place called Best Friends, which is like a Humane Society for my other dog. I wouldn't ever get a dog from like a puppy mill, because then you perpetuate puppy mills. Even though I like puppies and I want to save all the puppies, but when you give them your money, they just do more of it, and it's bad. Thank you for the pen. The one pen.
What's a pen? That's cool.
Do you watch Rick and Morty? Yeah, because I'm basically Rick. I'm like Morty, pretty much. What do you think of SpaceX? People like to work at SpaceX because they can say they work for Elon Musk, because Elon is Elon, right? What pages do you recommend to search for remote jobs? We Work Remotely is really good. Stack Overflow is good for remote jobs too. What job doesn't exist now but will exist in the future? Self-driving car mechanic? That exists. The Tesla mechanics already do that. Probably AI algorithm adjusters. I haven't watched Space Force. What other businesses do you not approve of? I don't know. I'm pretty libertarian, but like, don't fuck with dogs. Like, they just love people. They don't do anything to you. How much is your net worth? $3 billion. Is it okay to be a corporate simp for companies like SpaceX and Tesla? What do you get out of it?
Yeah. Why?
Do you get out? You get Elon's approval? Is that what you need? You need a like. What do you want out of it? If that's what you value, go for it. Josh, are you a millionaire? No. What do you think about the TikTok ban? It banned WeChat and businesses from doing business with WeChat, but TikTok will probably get bought by Microsoft right before it's banned. Referring to the used dealership, when would you pull the trigger on the LLC? Junior in college, maybe wait a year? Is it hard to get a loan for business at 20? It's hard to get a loan for a business that's not 2 years old, so I'd open the business now, honestly. Because you're going to need 2 years of tax returns, even if you didn't make any money. I mean, you don't have to file if you didn't make any money, but you should so that you can have the tax return. Are you interested in making marketing videos in the future? Yeah. I would be interested in doing like marketing gear reviews, like camera reviews. That would be cool. Certain software reviews. That would be good. I like marketing and branding. Interested in being a doctor? Nah. How much money would someone have to offer you to get back on the sweet, sweet corporate wheel? I would need like, I think, what was my number? I need $3 million in a day. And then I will work, well, I will go. I'm not going to work for you. Basically, I'll sit there and I'll collect my salary, but I'm not going to do anything. You can offer me whatever amount of money, but I don't want to build your dream. I don't care. Don't care about it. Like, I'll work with you, but I'm not going to work for you. No amount of money. Like, I want my freedom and autonomy. Like, if you give me a salary, I'll just sit there and collect my salary and not do anything until I get fired. I'll still work for myself. I would just big brain it, you know? What's your spirit animal? Dude, I don't know. Probably like...
A dog.
Nah, I'd probably be like a hawk or something. I haven't watched Space Force.
Raptor. Hi, Oko. What's up, bud?
Ever consider making content about entrepreneurs? I think that's what CoffeeZilla does all day. Can you write off a plane jet as a business expense? Yep, you sure can, but you need a lot of money to defend that from the IRS coming down. Well, they're going to audit you, and if it's a legit expense, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Come here, bud.
Can you stretch more the importance of having a portfolio proof of work? Proof of work is your reputation. That's your brand. That's what you need. It's not about your degree. How to come up with game ideas? I still have no idea what to make. Jan, don't you ever play any like single player games or just play some little games and you're like, you know what would be cool is if you could do this in this game? Didn't make that.
Takes me to the moon all the time.
Jesus. My spirit animal is Joey Tribbiani. How are you staying fit? I go to the gym, bro. It's Utah. Nobody lives in Utah. Do you know what mechanical engineering is like outside of HVAC? Well, actually I have friends in HVAC, but it's all like, how do you like doing AutoCAD and writing reports and Excel sheets? If you're passionate about doing that, go for it. You can make it, Kat. Do you watch The Office? Yeah, of course. So if you share an idea with someone, you are willing to work more than expected? No. If I work with someone, like I'm equally invested or 51%, I'll partner with them, but I'm not going to be told what to do. Like as an employee, you get told what to do and you do it. And if you don't, they take away your job and get somebody else. As a partner, if they say, hey, do this, you say, hey, I'm a partner. You do this, let's discuss it. And if you leave, you take your 50%, right? It's all about leverage. Josh, you got AC in the crib? Yeah. are your thoughts on getting a college degree? Some of them are useful. A lot of them are not.
This is Daisy. She's a wiener. Dog.
She's old.
She's a little old lady.
Should I go back to college and finish the degree I'm already in a career job with certification? No, not really. You should be good. Is she still shaking? Why? What's wrong with her? She's like drooling.
She hasn't felt good.
Yeah, she doesn't. She ate something. The dog's her name is Daisy. Is he in here?
He's been in here.
Oh, they're all in here. Come on. Here's the setup.
Say hi.
There they are.
Say hi. Oh, guys.
Anyways.
So you come in?
How long does it take for a green card as a single Indian? I don't know. I haven't done it. Months probably though. What makes video game achievements so satisfying? Probably the dopamine. Aren't they equally as arbitrary as corporate achievements? Some people like to show off their stickers that they get at corporate. You can't show off your stickers that you got in your video game. Unless they come look at your video game at home with you, I guess. Recent CS grads on getting a job? Apply for anything that says software. All I saw was your hair, true. At least I still have it. I'm just happy that I have it. A setup tour? It's not that fancy. I'm thinking about upgrading some stuff. Like I've had like these monitors on the sides here are just discount monitors. Would it be better to start a business or work in the job or in the industry? Work in the industry first. Go get a job and then do your own thing, or go get a job and do your own thing at the same time. But just go get a job. Thoughts on Gary Vee? He talks a lot about being happy and motivation now. I like him. I like his books. I mean, I have a video on him. I wish he paid his people more. Well, welcome aboard. Thank you for the new membership. When do you think companies will start hiring after the pandemic? There's not going to be like a hard cutoff for the pandemic. It's not going to be like, all right, April 1st, 2021, that's it. That's not how it'll be. It'll be like a slow phasing out in different places, so it's hard to say. What up, YouTube user? Okay. Books for entrepreneurship? Unscripted, probably. I heard the line is more than 20 years. That's not really how getting a visa works. If a company sponsors you a visa, then there's no line. But if you're like in the lottery or something like that, then
yeah, there's only so many of those you'll get.
Yeah.
Like per company, and then you only have so many years, and if you don't get the lottery to renew after that, they have to send you back.
We recommend mobile dev or web dev for freelancing. Probably web dev with a like mobile first philosophy. I feel like I got my hopes up and that things will improve. I mean, hope is great, right? But it's really not a strategy. It's just nice for staying positive emotionally, but if you're taking the MB personality test, yeah, it's INTP. Restarting my old gaming website I made in high school. It's a valid business model just to build my website like MiniClip. Plus ads. Yeah, I mean, so visionaries, if you want money from that gaming website, you just need traffic to it. So your main question you should ask yourself is, how am I going to drive traffic to this website? Are you willing to sacrifice other parts of your life to get something done? Only if that something is something that I'm passionate about, then sure, then I sacrifice things in life. New content other than corporate stuff? There's already tons of content other than corporate stuff. Marry a U.S. citizen. Boom, there's your visa.
That works well for the people on the show.
Yeah, just well. Apply to 90-day fiance. What up, Zavi? Utah's pretty chill. I like living in Utah. Yeah, we got all the mountains and stuff.
Outside, we have everything outside you could do or want. Utah's awesome. If you want the nightlife, Utah is not for you. We've got
Utah doesn't have no
bars.
Yeah, Utah is not about the party or the life, but if you like church, we got you covered.
Yeah, right. Our church is in the desert. We're back there.
Thoughts about building a blog? The thing with building a blog, it's pretty hard to do these days because people like to listen to content in podcast form. They don't really like to read because when people are reading, they can't really do anything else except maybe walk on the treadmill or something. But when people are listening to content, they can do other things, drive their car, go to work, But asking people to stop and read written content is a lot. Who would win in a fight, Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates? Oh, probably Jeff Bezos, dude.
Why? Bill Gates is way older.
But right? Jeff Bezos is aerodynamic. He's he's aerodynamic, dude. He's got the moves. What? Terrible. Some of your favorite YouTubers? Corridor Crew. I like Gerald Undone a lot. I also like a bunch of camera YouTubers. What would your grandpa say if he sees a heathen? He'd probably be like, "Stay away."
And I'd be like,
how to start freelancing with full stack development in mind? I think if you want to freelance as a full stack developer, you're just doing contract application gigs. So that's what I would look for.
No.
Why do people keep saying PHP is dying? I don't know. Nobody likes it. I think PHP is great. Nobody wants to do it, which means there's easy jobs in PHP. When there's a solution to your problem, is it more likely that you'll search for a web page over YouTube or podcasts? It depends on what the content is. If you need something like code, then yeah, it's going to be written, but that's not a blog. What up, Jamie? Have you ever watched Tucker Gott? Oh, for sure I watched Tucker Gott. Trent Palmer I watch a lot.
That's fine.
Oh, we're back. Josh, what is more profitable, 10-minute videos or live streams? 10-minute videos. Do you think it's viable to get a software dev job with a few projects but no real-world experience? I mean, how do you get real-world experience? Well, you get it with projects. It just said I was disconnected at the bottom. Thanks, Jamie. I'll just take this away. I don't need it.
What?
This light.
Yeah, it's so bright in here.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's way bright.
How to prepare for JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs type of the company? What's your thought? I mean, they're going to ask you data structures and algorithms, so prepare for that. Isn't YouTube adding ads to videos 8 minutes or longer? Yeah, you can do that too. But, I mean, the longer your videos, the more ads, so. Do you snowboard, ski? I haven't done it. Maybe I'll try it this year. I'm a live events person and media editing specialist. I get a lot of great feedback from real jobs. Would it be appropriate for me to send you my resume to critique? Yeah, for sure. Aviation license, like pilot's license? I have 40 hours and I have all the training done. I have to go take the tests. I haven't done it yet. If I pass my... Wait, what? Any advice for wooing my own HR girl?
Lift them up.
Just lift them up, dude. Ask them if they've seen your PhD.
Sick.
And like, well, this is what you say. Hold on. Let me put on the chat. I'll put on the chat. Hey, what up, HR lady? Have you seen my education? Oh, you haven't seen my education? Well, if you go check my education, look on the resume, I have a PhD. And then she says, oh my god, what is the PhD? I've never seen one. And you're like, yeah, well, that's because I have a pretty huge... That's what you do. That's how you woo them. It's easy.
But I don't think at me because it'd be so funny. Don't do that.
That's how you do it. Just turn on the chat and ask them if they've seen your PhD. It works every time. What does S Corp stand for? S Corporation. S is just the letter that the IRS chose. All right. I think that's it. I think that's it for this stream. Thank you for being here. And I'll be live tomorrow with some other video. Thank you for supporting the content. You generous people. I did that and didn't get any HR lady. Well, you probably got, like, you have a few options. You're either going to have an HR lady, you're going to have an HR lady, you're going to be looking for a new job, or possibly a federal offense. So, I mean, it's really 33% chance of victory. Okay. Oh, yeah, bye, everyone. That's alt-tabbed on second monitor. Thank you for everything. And I hope I helped answer some of your business questions, even though we memed a lot. Bye, Kelly. Bye, Thickness Approver, Jan.
C.
Everybody. What?
C.
Oh, C's always here.
Yeah.
I forgot. Thank you, C. What's the tax difference between S and B Corp? There's no B Corp. All right. Bye. Bye, guys. Have a good one.